welcome everybody.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to be here, guys. And my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with the cast of Tough Love ATL. We're in season 2. It's exclusively on Cleo TV. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me, first of all.
Thank you for having us.
And I'm so excited to talk about this because I was actually telling your colleague Kadeem here earlier, like when I see a show, first of all, I hope that I like it. Like that, let's just hope. You know what I'm saying? But I will watch it because I want to be honest and I to myself, and to know that I really watched the show and not give you guys some BS, questions and answers and all of that stuff. But I watched it and I liked it. Okay. I really liked it a lot. I think you guys did a really, really great job, and you definitely have a new fan in me. So what's really exciting here is I'm gonna start the first question off here to Ashanti. I didn't know. First of all, but before I do that, let me have you all introduce yourselves. And since I said your name, Ashanti, first, go ahead and introduce yourself, where you're from, just a small note, just something that you'd want people to know.
My name is Ashanti Harris. I am from Macon, Georgia, real Georgia Peach girl, and I play the role of Iesha.
And Dasan, let's go with you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Dasan Onyx Frazier. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I play Rome.
And Leslie.
Hi, I'm Leslie Shivery. I'm from Philly, and I play Princess Doll.
And Anissa.
Hi, I'm Anissa LaShay. I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, and I play Jackie.
Okay, and Kadeem.
What's up, everybody? My name is Kadeem Isaiah, born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, raised in Stone Mountain, Georgia, right on the east side.
Okay, Milwaukee. Why don't you put it all out there? Well, you guys, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com. I'm originally from Chicago. I was born in Cook County Hospital in Chicago, and I was actually raised in Country Club Hills, Illinois. That brought me to Atlanta, where I went to undergrad. So I'm as familiar with Atlanta. Maybe at this point, you guys are more than I am. But I did spend quite a bit of my youth in Atlanta, which, of course, brought me to LA for some time and to New York. But I'm happy to be here with you all. And it's very nice to see you guys and to hear about your journeys. But Ashanti, I'm not letting off your head.
All right, girl.
So I want to talk about this idea of, and then I'm going to kick it to you, Dasan, but this idea of basically, well, I guess, I don't know if I'm giving away a plot at this point, but how people have a life where they live a life on social media and then they live a life, just what they're really dealing with in real life. And I want to know, do you know people like that? And then also with playing that kind of character, like, how does that feel like when you think about that?
Honestly, I feel like we all kind of live that life a little bit. Some more so than others. I do know people who go to the extreme, like Iesha, who have a whole facade on social media and they're this different person. They're wild and exciting, and then you see them in person and they're timid, quiet. Yeah. They're not exciting like they are on social media. I've definitely experienced it before with other people, but I think we all kind of live that a little bit, especially us being actors. We want people to see us in a certain light. We don't want them to see all the bad things that happen. We want them to see the good that we go through. So we all kind of live it a little bit. We don't tell everybody everything. Nobody does.
And you shouldn't, by the way. It's the telling everybody everything where they start sort of prying and it gets a little too deep, right? So we don't want to be that person. But I don't know, like, I think with me, like my social media, I try to just, I don't try to do too much because I ain't doing nothing in real life. Like if you call me on any given day, I ain't doing nothing. So like, I'm not going to pretend I ain't hopping on no car that I don't own, nothing like that. But Dasan, like, have you ever experienced anything like that in your real life, where it's kind of like, this person, almost even a catfishy thing, right?
Absolutely. Even being like, so I make TikToks. I came up on making TikToks and, Instagram Reels. So I've been around a lot of creators, especially like in the recent, in these recent couple of years, right? So I'm seeing a lot of these people and they're doing this Instagram relationship thing, but more so like not only the relationship, but more so like on Instagram and Facebook, like Ashanti said, we only show our highlights, right? Nobody's really showing their lowlights, what's really going on day to day. So when it comes down to making content, a lot of this content out here be fake for real. You know what I mean? Like, faking it for the gram, faking it, skits, all this. We see that's a trend. Clout is a drug right now. You know what I mean? So for me, when it comes to making content, I just be my most like authentic self. And I think that's why it's been a lucrative career for me so far. But you know, for them folks who is faking it, that facade catches up to you. And we see that in the show now, you know, it'll catch up to you for real. And so I think that's kind of what's going on a little bit.
No. I mean, I've seen it myself. Like I have literally seen people pretend like they're happy because they have to keep the brand going. Right. Even like they had a relationship and now like they no longer have it. And I'm like, who is this for really? Like, I mean, that doesn't make or break anybody if y'all not together. But I mean, it's there are people that are really consumed by keeping up those appearances. Exactly. And let's first of all shout out to Kadeem because this man was early for on time. You know, he was
gotta be.
You gotta be, right?
But you know what? That's actually rare. I'm the late one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
we got lucky today. Okay. No, but I'll tell you what, you know, and I guess maybe because what you guys didn't see is that when they all first came on, it's like everybody's face is lit up. You know, sometimes you see a cast and people are kind of a little bit in their phones and a little bit, you know, looking away or whatever. But when they got on, you know, they were just like, hey, y'all, like, you know, how y'all doing today? So sometimes you don't see that camaraderie. And, you know, I do a lot of interviews and I don't always see that. So,
yeah.
So I think that means Kadeem, I think y'all are cool.
Yeah.
But Kadeem, I wanted to talk to you because in this particular situation, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about Leslie about Princess's situation too. But with Kadeem, you're playing Kenny.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So get into the role of Kenny and what he's dealing with.
Man, to really sum it all up, Kenny, he's a by any means necessary type of dude. He means well, but he's put into situations where he has to make a decision. And sometimes those decisions can either set him back or push him forward, or he may break some, you know, he might break a heart or two on the way, you know, but at the end of the day, he's a genuine guy. Kenny comes from nothing. His family is on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? His family is on his shoulders. He's taking care of his family. As you've seen season 1, he was paying his mother's rent while renting out a storage unit to live in because he was chasing this dream. So Kenny is you know, he loves love. You know what I'm saying? Kenny a lover boy, and that's it. Depends on your perspective. It could be an asset. It could be a benefit, but or a distraction. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
Some people might not agree that, you know, he has it all the way together.
You know, I mean, but he uses his charm to put him in positions.
Okay.
But I don't think it's in a conniving way. I really do. I think he means well, but Kenny's just Kenny, man. Kenny is Kenny.
You know what though? You know, because I know what you're saying, and I don't necessarily know that I agree. I think a lot of times people don't mean it in a conniving way, but then they end up just making everything fall apart. Like that's how it goes that way, right? So it almost doesn't matter if you mean well or are meaning to be vindictive. Sometimes it's just like it's an ish show.
Yeah.
But
life is about choices.
Life is about
choices.
That is an important quote that we're gonna definitely. It's very, very like significant in this particular show. Leslie, I want you to talk about your character because there's a lot to that as well.
Yes, so my character is Kenny's counterpart, his new counterpart. So obviously he's real upfront with me about Jackie, and let him know I'm here for him. He can talk to me. He talked to me about it than to go behind my back. So in this recent episode that we just seen, I caught him in a lie, and even though he said he wasn't feeling Jackie no more, she sent him a text message that showed that he left his headphones there. So clearly they interacted not only in person, but clearly he was at her house. So now it's like, I gave you the floor to be honest with me, and now you're not even keeping it 100. So now it's an issue. But he don't know that I know. Like us girls do, we went through the phones. We wasn't supposed to. You know, they say we go through the phones, we cry, and then we stay, but
you're gonna find something out you don't want to know when you go through the phones. We saw that. Listen, we've had somebody. Well, I don't want to give it away, but you know what I'm talking about. There's something going on with a phone here, but like here, you know, with the phone, But I mean, listen, you look at somebody else's phone, you don't know what you're gonna find out.
You're gonna find something.
You're gonna find
something.
And if you find nothing, then you know it's really something. Like, listen, there's no peace.
It's too squeaky clean. What's going on for real?
It's no peace. But that's kind of what I'm getting at with his character, because it's like, again, he's trying to make these choices, but it doesn't benefit her in that situation necessarily, in terms of, because what I'm getting at, Leslie, is that I felt like it seems like even when you're the girl that's like, listen, just be straight up with me. Like, just tell me, what it is, and, we can move on from there. It seems like guys are more sneaky when you're that person.
Yeah.
And like, you're giving them the floor.
I'm like, you have it. Just be honest with me. Sometimes, I like to say, as I'm older and as I like going through growth as just a human, period.
Yes.
It's better for me to give you a choice, because let me make that choice if I want to stay or leave, depending on what you're doing.
Right.
I don't want you to have that, like, oh, I'm scared you're gonna leave. Well, then you should have made that choice. But if we have dialogue, then who knows? Maybe I'll be cool with it. Maybe we need a break. Maybe what you're doing, we're doing. It could be anything.
That's why I don't get cheaters. Like, I feel like if you just sort of straight up say what it is, like, you don't know that person might be with the ish. You know what I'm saying? They might be cool with it. It's a lot of, matter of fact, it came up in this show. It's well, some people don't think so, but it's some people that's down with the polyamorous stuff, or down with the, if you're gonna do it, let me know. What some people just
maybe I'll do it with you.
You don't, right? You don't know.
2024, y'all.
It's funny. That stuff been happening since 1924. So let's not even pretend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They've been getting it in since way back when. We're not even gonna act like that. But only now, it might get Instagram and story shots, which we saw something that blew up the spot on that one. But now, Miss Anissa LaShay, last but certainly not least, let's get into it. You're gonna tell us your character name and where you are in this plot.
I am Jackie. So in this plot, you'll see that initially it looks as though I moved on from Kenny in that past situation to this new situation, which a lot of people feel like fits the lifestyle that I've grown up in. My new fiance, he's a lawyer, he has money. That's where I come from. So you'll see a different dynamic of Jackie in this season. And like we said, so far there has been some dipping back between Jackie and Kenny, which is interesting. It's really interesting.
No, but I'm also looking at it like you said, everything looks so picturesque and everybody's insisting. And this happens a lot in life, y'all. That's why I was telling y'all earlier, like the less you tell people, the better, because when they're looking at her relationship, they're like, this is so perfect. He's good for you. He's a good man. You in his house and all of this. But as we're starting to peel back the layers and see what's really going on with her, like, she's almost like a prisoner in her own home. She can't even blink twice without him, like, feeling some type of way about it. There's a scene where even like, it's like he's sort of nitpicking and digging. And it's like those red flags sometimes. But again, everybody's like, you got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. So now she's grappling with what otherwise seemed like a common sense decision, like, girl, maybe not, maybe I need to back away, but because it's such a good idea and I'm gonna look crazy, people stay in relationships that they shouldn't, and I think we've all, maybe not to that extreme, maybe even worse, who knows, but I think we've all been in a situation like that where we're a little over influenced by outside forces.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I want to get into this. This is not a scene that any of you all were in, but some of this podcast bro stuff and the toxicity of the podcast. So I wrote down one of the podcast questions because I wanted to know what y'all thought about it. So first of all, what percentage of men do you guys think cheat? I'm gonna start with you, Kadeem.
Percentage of men who cheat.
On a scale of 0 to 100%.
I'm gonna say 50.
Oh, you think 50? Ooh, that's a high number. That's like the divorce rate.
Exactly.
That's why they get divorced.
The sound
say 50.
I'm gonna start out by saying, first of all, black men don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then now we talk about the rest of the world. That's
Lord.
Like 23% of men.
Oh my gosh. We got to watch out for that one. I don't know about Okay, all right. So since we got ourselves a situation, Anissa, with your character, what percentage of men?
Careful.
What percentage is up there? I'm gonna say like 65.
Oh, live. Okay. Oh, Ashanti said, "Oh, yeah, maybe higher."
Yeah.
Leslie, would you agree? You think it's up there?
I think it's 99.9% that men cheat once in a lifetime. I feel like because define cheating, people hear cheating and think like, oh, I had sex with somebody else,
Right.
or oh, I kissed somebody else. Like, no, like cheating. Are you giving somebody else your attention? Like something that my character said in there. Like, I'd rather your body be with her and your mind with me than your mind with her and body with me. Because another female having a man's mind, baby, what am I here for? That's our connection.
Absolutely.
So that's a form of cheating. So I feel like sometimes, you know, if a man is in a relationship for too long, or maybe losing interest or needing that spark, he'll even conversation. And to me, that's cheating too. So
no, that's actually a very poignant answer.
So 99.9%.
The way she put it,
they've all cheated before, even the son. So I'm not.
The son ain't never cheated.
Like define cheating, guys. No, but
maybe wrong, but you know.
Yo, look, Ron is trying to make a complicated situation fit. So I give him credit. I give him credit. Okay, the other question I wanted to ask you all was in terms of dating, right? So could somebody take you all on a first date to Applebee's?
Absolutely.
Why not?
I'll stay. I don't like Applebee's, but we can go to Chili's. So
I like Chili's.
Yeah, we can do Chili's.
Chili's is cool. Yeah. Cheesecake Factory, is that in that same world? Or?
Yes.
Yes. They be having them good specials, baby.
First of all,
drink, okay.
Have you seen Cheesecake Factory's menu?
No,
There's so many things to choose from.
There's nothing that you can get something at Cheesecake Factory. The pickiest eater can get something off there. And by the way, Cheesecake Factory has an excellent happy hour.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
I know about it. I
feel like people are so picky about dates these days. Like if somebody is wanting to go out with you and seduce you and do all these nice things for you, let them choose what they want to do. I mean, I feel like that's a social media thing where
I was just about to say it all goes back to
the high-end restaurant.
You cool with getting some ice cream?
Yeah, I'll go get some ice cream and take a walk. Absolutely.
Last episode, then y'all go get ice cream. She took you with you, even though she met up with her other guy.
Yeah.
Leslie, you're not helping.
That's what we doing.
You're not helping.
That's what we doing.
Exactly.
That wasn't the help.
I think also like, bro, it's the first date, right? Like, ain't nobody going to Ruth Chris. No. You know, spending all that, for regular people, some folks is
right.
Stuff. We not drinking them. You know what I'm saying? Regular date for the
but I feel like it's also the girls that don't really have nothing to offer sometimes, or only have one thing to offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That wants that specific thing, or like you want all this stuff, but like, baby, where's your job?
Right.
Where is your paycheck? Where are you in this saying like, you know, got today, I can't wait to go for the next. Like, where is that? It's always the females who don't have nothing that wants the most, in my opinion.
But I think I'm gonna agree with what you said, Ashanti. I think that a lot of this is social media driven. I think it does. It's what they're portraying on social media and what they think that, I guess, whoever they think those girls are that have it like that, like what they would do. Like, there's no planet on this world where I would expect, like you said, a man to take me to Ruth's Chris on a first date. Like, just why? And actually, I suppose if he had it like that, as you said, you know, maybe that's just what the standard that he has for himself. That's a different thing. But if I kind of felt like he didn't, and that's what we're doing, to me, it just feels like everything's gonna go downhill from there. You ain't gotta impress me, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't ask for all of that. So I feel like it's all social media is, you know, it's really it's stressing people out.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, so anyway, let's get back into the show, right? So you know, a major premise of the show is that you guys are kind of really caught up in a really big situation. And unfortunately for Atlanta, this kind of got really associated with y'all. But this whole PPP loan thing, right? So I thought it was really interesting though that something like that's so current and as far as like what people are talking to today, like it's something that I'm not saying that we can all relate to it like on a personal level. But I mean, at this point, everybody knows somebody that either got a PPP loan or they might be a little jammed up because they got a little too much, you know? So it's like, what did you guys think of? And I'll take it back, you know, to you, Kadeem. What do you think about that being sort of central to the plot here, with everyone, some sort of tie into this?
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's why they use that.
Yeah.
They use it to introduce the different problems and climaxes within season 1, because these folks was running it. They was running it. So that's one thing I do like about the show. They do bring elements as to what was going on during that time. So shout out to the writers for that.
But let me tell you something. We're saying during that time, but do you know, I know somebody that was actually working with a bank. Like, I mean, I had this conversation with them like a couple of months ago. They were like, do you know, we actually have a team and we get new caseloads every day by the hundreds of like PPP loan, like the activity to investigate. So all these folks that think they're in the clear, like they either need to like, you know, get their employees, like really start hustling, get them really working on that, whatever that company was, or they need to be, you know, might be out time for a perp walk, but they mean them banks mean
Uncle
business.
Sam don't miss anything.
They don't miss nothing.
Everything.
You know, exactly. You know, I mean, there's a lot of things we can kind of get away with. You can get away with having bad credit. You know what I'm saying? But you can get away from Uncle Sam. That is a fact. So, folks, just sort of wrapping it up here, guys. You know, with all of your characters, like I said, there's something to pull and something to love about all of you guys, even in some of the moments of toxicity. I still like all of your characters. And the great thing about this show too is, and this is what I like about shows like this, I feel like it's accessible for really anyone. Like, I think this is I love a show that's a great group watch. Like, you can sit with your friends and then after an episode, like, you know, we can argue or we can agree, whatever the case may be. But like, this is definitely one of those shows like, y'all, can you believe? And then, you know, so I enjoy something that offers that. So is there anybody that wants to sort of wrap up and give us, you know, something about the show that they want to talk about really quick before we close out?
Sure, I go.
Go ahead. Go
ahead. So one thing about it, as Koku said, this show is for everybody. All right, any and everybody can take something from this show. I love the fact how they're keeping it young. And when I say young, I mean, you know, they're highlighting a lot of topics and questions and just different subjects that we argue or speak on within the millennial community. So I love that. It's gonna keep y'all engaged. You know what I'm saying? It's new, it's sexy. As you know, Tough Love is a universe. You got Tough Love New York, Tough Love LA, and now Tough Love Atlanta, which is a spinoff of New York. So this universe is tied in to the New York saga. So a lot of our OG Tough Lovers, once they watch this, you know, they can connect the dots, and I think that'll make them even more engaged. So me personally, I love shows and movies with an entire universe.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, like a multiverse and all that kind of things. I do too. Yeah. And sometimes when people come in like from the other universe, and then like I love that and tying in the plots for sure. No, you guys, you know, great work for you guys. You know, the last thing I'll say is like, what fun it must be, right, to be able to say like we are working actors. You know, a lot of people work so hard and try to get to the point that you guys are in. You know, and I mean, like even to sound like you were saying, like, you know, you made your way, you know, doing your social media, you know how to leverage that, right, and to make something of that, and to even make that something that you can make money out of. But to say like, listen, I'm on a show, I have this. A lot of people will work their entire lives to just try to get cast in one thing, you know, and so to see this for you guys and to see that you guys have been doing continued work. I mean, you know, I can only but champion that. I love to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I thank you all so much for your time, and please do not go on $200 first dates.
And I also want to say that you can catch Tough Love Atlanta on Cleo TV on Thursdays at 9 p.m. new episodes, and Tuesdays for episodes that already went on air at 12 o'clock in the morning.
This is what I'm talking about. You got to have that closeout person. That's why we have Leslie Cherie, okay? Because that's why she needs to also be doing the interviews as well, okay? You need people like that on your team. Thank you, girl, for the assist. I really appreciate you for that. And I appreciate all of you, and best of luck, much success. You guys were all very, very great to talk to. And like I said, you guys have a new fan in me. I watched the show and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did.
It is.
And I will continue to.
Yes.
Man, thank
Okay.
you.
Finish out the
Yeah,
season.
and then some of y'all need to give your character some advice on some life choices. But
Talk to him.
no,
Hey, but that's good writing when you don't like
no,
the
it's
character.
Exactly.
good. It's good writing, and I love it that it's not attempting to be like fake neat. Listen, everything's not neat in life. You know, we were all just getting by and trying to figure it out. So that's what it's about. And I'll say this: there's an element of it that it's not like a soap opera per se, but it's like it reminds me of the era of a soap opera where you're so invested in every single character.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of times where you have a show where every character has a drama arc or something that that you want to be a part of as well. So that's good. So you're right. Definitely credit to the writing. But listen, credit to y'all. It ain't like y'all coming up there and acting like, hello, my name is, and oh my God, situation. Now y'all acting. Come on now. The writers did their thing, but didn't y'all? Hello.
Thank
Okay.
Thank you.
But thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure. And enjoy Atlanta. I wish I could. I'm over here in the trenches in New York City,
Come on down.
I will. I'm gonna come stay with you.
For sure.
Deshaun, thank you. I'm gonna be on your couch.
For sure.
All right. Thank y'all so much. Take care,
Thank
guys.
you.
All right.
If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.